the influence of in-laws in our marriages today, most especially from the African point of view, when we talk about in-laws, the family of your spouse, the parents, the siblings, and all of that, you will agree with me that they have a lot of effects and influences on our marriages today. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
What do
when we
you
talk
think?
about in-laws, we
Right.
have different types of in-laws.
Okay.
We have the monitoring in-laws.
Monitoring in-laws.
Yeah, we have
Well, how did they do that?
They are just everywhere.
Okay, they
Before
are
you know it,
monitoring what is going on.
I mean, even
What does not
even before
concern
you
them.
know it, they have gathered enough
They
information about you.
already know, like,
At the end of the day, they be the one to tell you who you are.
who you
They
are.
make you forget who you are. They tell you who you are.
Yes,
They
I think they are the ones that come to your house to know the kind of food you are eating,
They're
whether
always
you are
there.
eating too
No,
much
you see,
or
even
you are
when
not
they don't
eating.
come to your house, they have a way of checking on you and they know things.
They know
And you'll be
things.
surprised that and those
Monitoring.
things they know about you is what they
You-
use to act.
Oh,
They act on it, and before you know it, they sniff life out of you.
Okay.
Then there's this domineering in-laws. This group we call domineering in-laws.
Domineering.
Yes.
How do they operate?
They dominate you. They
Okay.
don't want to give you room to be on your own. They
Okay.
forget that, yes, they are your parents when you were still a child, but now they still want to dominate your marriage.
The marriage.
They still want to be in charge.
They want to be the commander in chief.
You see, you need to know those kind of people. You will avoid them for life. Because they won't give you a breathing space to operate the way you are supposed to operate. They make you forget whether you are the husband or the wife. They just take charge.
They just take charge.
Yes, they bring out the animal in you. Because when they act and you cannot condole them, you will be forced to act in a way that will make them understand that they are not needed. So I call them the domineering in-laws.
Wow. Okay.
And there's just accommodating people. The accommodating ones.
Okay.
Even when you, the child, or the daughter-in-law, or the son-in-law is not good, they still accommodate you. They don't want to know what you do. They don't want to know how you operate. They just like you. They just love you. They accept you the way you are. They just believe in you. They trust you. They're just there, accommodating. You love to be with those group of people, the group of in-laws.
Wow.
Then there's this traditional.
Again.
Okay.
Go ahead. Okay.
Those
I
own
think
style,
their own style, their own
culture is their tradition. What they believe
they believe
they bring
in.
it into your own marriage.
Yeah,
And they make you think as they make you feel as if being a wife or being a husband is madness.
Yes.
You understand? They bring in tradition, unnecessary things.
And it doesn't matter what you choose to believe or the line of faith you choose.
No.
They believe that you must still come back to that tradition and you must obey and adhere to what they believe that they should be done. That is right. Oh, well, those are very interesting points. Domineering, monitoring, accommodating, and
then there's another group, the controlling in-laws.
The controlling in-laws.
It's similar to the domineering,
Okay.
but this time this one's the control. They give orders.
They give
They
orders.
don't want to know who. They don't want to know anything. Just do it my own way.
That's
It won't even come. There's a way you can order somebody around politely,
Yes.
and the person won't even pick offense. But
Okay.
these ones, they will make you understand that they are in charge.
Style.
They want to make your people, your own friends, your own family, people that's around you. They want to make them believe that I am in charge of this, your home. The controlling one. You see, it's similar to the domineering. Domineering won't even show it, but the action will prove that they are in charge, and they will make you believe that they are in charge. But the controlling one, they might not even talk to you when you are alone. It is when you have guests in the house. They will just come, hey.
Well, I think I agree with you, and that will take us to why do we have such in-laws? Why do we have people that behave like that? And I think there are also some factors affecting that.
Don't forget, you see, there's another one that is related to superstitious in-laws.
superstitious in-laws.
Do I need to narrate that? I don't need to.
I think yes. I think
Yes.
that. So I think you are right in all these things, and like I was saying before, you tend to wonder why do we have all these things, and I think number one factor affecting that or causing all this domineering, most especially domineering, controlling, monitoring, and everything is when you have a situation where one in-law are maybe more well-to-do, or they have a stronger social standing or influence or affluence or status more than the other one. For instance, we are married and your parents, your people are more well-to-do than mine. There may be the tendency of they trying to monitor me and my family.
No, I don't believe that.
No, I've seen that before. And as a result of that,
do you need to be rich to be domineering? No.
No, you don't have to, but it goes a long way to
I don't
push.
believe that. It's an attitude, it's an inborn thing. You don't have to be rich. It doesn't have to do with financial status. Once you are domineering, you are domineering.
I'm not totally disregarding the fact that you don't have to be rich, you don't have to be wealthy in order to be domineering or controlling, but I'm just saying that sometimes it helps, it fosters, it strengthens that your ability to be domineering when you are actually very wealthy or you have a kind of social
I don't
standing.
understand why you keep saying that being domineering or monitoring or controlling has to do with financial status. I don't believe that.
I'm saying it's one of it. It's one of it. There are other factors.
Give me two.
There are other factors. Okay, for instance, it can just be an inborn thing. Let's go to tradition.
Okay.
In some families, it is the woman that is controlling. If her daughter gets married, okay, the daughter too will also have that trait. And so, because that is the tradition where they are coming from, that's the normal to them. That is the normal, the normal norm, we'll put it that way. They bring that into the marriage of that daughter, and before you know it, they are controlling the husband. They are trying to control or dominate the parents or the family of the husband. So if that is what they do, where they are coming from, then it's going to reflect in the marriage of that daughter.
Yeah, you are right.
That's one.
I want to believe
that's
that.
another one.
Okay.
Yes. But I don't want us to forget what we are talking about, and that is handling such thing. And like you rightly said, how do we handle it? But before we go to that, I want to say at this point two things. Number one, sometimes it's not really the parents that are the problem when we talk about in-laws. Sometimes it can be the siblings. I've seen situations whereby the father, the mother, they are okay, they are accommodating, like you said the other time. It is just the siblings. Maybe we are married, it might just be your siblings that are giving me problems. It might be my siblings that is giving you a problem. My mother may be good, my father may be okay, may be accommodating, but maybe my elder ones or my younger ones may be the one giving you a problem, and vice versa. So I want us to establish that sometimes fathers-in-law, mothers-in-law are always nice.
But you know that
and sometimes they are the ones that are really causing the trouble.
No, don't forget that the topic is the influence of in-laws.
Yes.
In marriages. Now, if your own sibling is disturbing my marriage, I know how to place that person. I'll figure the person out, and I know how to treat the person in my marriage. You understand? But if it has to do with your own parents, there's a problem.
There is a problem.
There's a problem. All your siblings cannot be bothering me. They cannot be my problem. It has to be one that will be causing problem or dragging others into it. But once I'm able to identify that particular one, I will know how to treat it.
Okay.
But the situation whereby it is your mother that is my problem, or your father that is my problem, don't forget, they brought you up. It will be difficult for me to handle that situation. And whereby I cannot condone them, I give it back to them. And before you know it, you and I will be having problems.
Okay, and that is where we are going. In fact, when you talk about problematic parents-in-law, I will even boil it down to the mother. Hardly do you find fathers-in-law that are really the problem.
No, I disagree with you.
No, the mothers are more.
I disagree with you.
The mothers are more.
The experiences I've got, maybe through Voice Pop, through friends, some fathers are just not it. You prefer they are dead before you marry your spouse.
I was just about saying that then why is it that most ladies out there now are praying that they pray that their mothers-in-law are dead before they get married to their man? Not really father. And this is from research. I know quite some women that pray that, God, I want my husband to be
Let's not talk about
reduced.
research because I will drag it with you.
Okay,
Let's
not. But trust me when I say this, problematic mothers-in-law are much more than problematic
fathers-in-law. Let me take you back to the fact that you said.
Then problematic parents-in-law, according to you, are much more than problematic siblings-in-law. Is that not what you say?
Your analysis is good. Yes, fine.
That's what you say.
Okay, let's look at a situation whereby the parents are good,
Okay.
the parent-in-laws are good,
Okay.
the siblings are good,
Okay.
the siblings-in-law are good.
Okay.
Now, let's look at a situation whereby it is you and I that is the problem affecting our parents.
Yes.
What about that?
Yes, that can also.
What do you think are the causes of that situation?
Let me start with the wife. It is possible that the wife is just this kind of woman that is rude,
and
mannerless,
it's possible that the man is full of ego.
Yes, exactly. That's why I said let me start with the wife. It goes to the husband too. It may be the wife is just rude. Maybe where she's coming from, it is the mother that is controlling the house. The father, it is the mother that is controlling. The father is just one-sided, cowed in a corner, and the mother is all over the place. Now that spirit, she's coming into her own marriage in that spirit, thinking that she's going to do the same. And the parents of the husband will be like, where are you from? You and who? With who? In front of who?
You see, hold on. Do you know that sometimes it is not even about where the man or the woman is coming from? I'm talking about the wife and the husband. Sometimes it is not where they are coming from. Sometimes it is the notion of either of them.
That's another point.
Yes, it is the notion. It is the community, societal influence on them. Maybe
Yes.
I grow up watching this family maltreating the husband, or the husband maltreating the wife.
Yes.
Now, if I grow up, I have my own home, and the day I notice something I saw as a growing child, automatically it springs something up in me,
Exactly.
and you may not get it again.
Exactly.
You will just lose it.
Exactly.
So sometimes it is a notion, societal influence on my growing up days.
I think I will consider this point as experience, because I have I will consider the one I said. I will say upbringing or background. That's where a situation where the mother is the one controlling the father, and the daughter that comes out of that marriage into her own marriage may also want to start controlling the husband, just the way her own mother is controlling her own father. Do you understand? That is background. Now, what you are saying now, I think it's experience. Maybe like you said, the husband or the wife grew up in a situation whereby all these things happen, and when he or she got married and began to see that kind of thing, something similar, that would trigger a reaction to prevent that experience repeating itself.
Okay.
Yeah, that is experience. Now, societal influence. I will talk about movies, friends, celebrity marriages. Those are things that influence us these days. What we see in the movies, what we see societal something. A woman raising her hand to slap her husband out of provocation, that one is okay. But when the man slaps the woman, that is domestic violence. So all that is societal influence in the real marriage, in the real our real marriage. A woman cannot slap the husband. Do you understand? So all these are societal influence. Then of course the influence of friends. That no, you must not take that to if it is a man, oh boy, don't take that to and he goes home to do what the friend suggested. Or if it is the woman, she goes ahead and do just her friend and do. So I think experience, background, societal influence, all this can be the problem whereby the husband or the wife start behaving in a way that the in-laws will now begin to say, what is wrong with you? Like I said,
okay.
You and who?
I think I want to believe that. Before we continue, viewers, I would like you to share this program, subscribe to it, like it, and please comment. BC, let me ask you a question.
Okay.
At what point, as an African, would you say that the in-laws have a upper hand in the marriage?
At what point?
Yes. As Africans.
At any point, when we meet and we start cutting, immediately their hands are already there. As we are planning to get married, their hands are there. When we get married, their hands are there. When we have children, their hands are there. You get pregnant, their hands are there. And may God help you if there is a delay in childbearing, if the hands and the legs are there. When any major decision you want to take, their hands are there. Look, we are talking about in-laws, most especially in the African marriage. It cannot be overemphasized.
Do you know that most times it is the man of the house, the husband, that bring in those hands? I will explain to you. At time of courtship, when you notice those hands are beginning to spring up, I expect you to cut it off.
Okay, now you are talking about handling, because that's where we are going now. You are talking about handling the effect of the in-laws, and you are saying that it is the
and
man.
And once you notice it, cut it off.
Okay.
That's me for you.
Okay.
And the moment you just notice that some kinds of hands are beginning to spring up, whether it is courtship or the remarriage, cut it off.
How do you cut it off? No, I want to know. You said cut it off. How?
Yeah. Do you know that it is the husband, the man, if they are not married, maybe they fear the male friend that will accommodate those hands by telling the woman, see, I'm an African, you don't disrespect my parents.
Okay.
Do you know these my younger ones are the one you are going to get married to?
Okay.
So you cut it off by letting that man know that, no, I'm not getting married to these ones, I'm marrying you.
Okay.
So we have our own laws, we have our rules, let it be between us. By the time those hands begin to bring their own rules, their own method into our relationship, disagree immediately. Let your man know what you want. You both of you should be able to control how you want to live your life in that relationship, leading it to marriage. So by the time you start condoning nonsense, and it leads to eventually you get married, automatically you have told them that you can manage them.
Well,
and
I want to disagree with you.
To get to a stage you will not be able to manage those hands. So you begin to struggle to live out of those hands. And by the time you can no longer struggle, they bring out the animalistic side of you. They will not tag you a bad, or I don't know the language to use. A bad daughter.
Now you are talking like the wife. Now that you are talking from the angle of the wife.
Yes.
That when you begin to see this thing from your husband's people,
yes,
you cut it off. Is that what you are saying?
Exactly.
I want to get you right. Because I want to disagree with you, but I want to get you right. Now I disagree with you. I don't think it lies on the woman, on the wife, if the parents or the people of the husband are troublesome. Now, having found the woman not wanting in any way, in any negative way, the woman is okay, the woman is not that the woman too is rude and she's mannerless and she has all this bad upbringing and bad behavior. She's okay, but now it is my parents as the man that is just giving you trouble for whatever reason. I don't think it lies on the woman to fight that battle. Rather, I think it lies on the man.
And when the man doesn't know what to do?
He should know what to do.
And when he doesn't know know what to do.
Then he's not yet ready for marriage.
Then that is when you should cut it off. That at that point when you notice that the man is not good enough or is not capable or is not matured enough, you cut it off.
Sometimes it's not easy to cut off like that. You know women that
drunk.
Yes. Oh, come on. They've been dating for quite some time. You know all this encouragement.
And that is why I will always encourage anybody that is going into a date, meet your supposed or propose or your proposed in-law, meet them in good time. So that you won't be wasting your time.
Unfortunately, a lot of women are not doing that. Okay? They are not doing that. I can tell you 8 or 9 out of every 10 will not do what you are doing, what you are saying now. They will enter into the marriage believing that everything shall be well, everything shall be well.
Only
Before you know it, they are, and how many are not desperate? You tell me, how many are not desperate? We have a lot of desperate ones now, so they will just enter believing that everything will be fine. So I don't even want to blame them for that. Rather, I'm saying that it is the man that should stand in gap and make sure that things are okay. If you are man enough and you know that these things are not right, you are going to balance it. Because to be very honest with you, it is the man that stands in the middle.
Emotionally attached to his parents.
He's not ready for marriage.
Dude, the moment you notice that, you cut him off.
When are you going to notice that? When you are dating.
Of course.
When you are dating.
Yes.
How many women? Oh, you are not being realistic. How many women always notice that when they are dating? How many?
Are you angry?
I am not angry. I'm surprised that you are saying this.
BC, let's just be practical here.
Okay.
Be practical for once.
Yes.
I'm dating a guy. In about 4 weeks.
Yes.
Whether he likes it or not, I will visit his parents.
Yes.
Even when he does not have parents, he will have siblings now. He will have people left behind to handle him as a child. In 4 weeks, I will visit his people. And I will start noticing them from that day on.
Buki, you are the one saying we should be practical and we should be realistic. You are not being realistic. How many dating relationships are visiting their parents in? What are you talking? How many in this dispensation? How many man and woman are dating and in 1 or 2 months they have gone to visit their parents? We have situation, we have relationship that will be going for 2 years, and yet they have not even seen each other. They have not even been to the village or seen each other's parents, and if at all they did, they just come, and before you know it, they are come. Mama, this is the person I want to marry.
Whatever that comes from the in-laws at that point is no longer the problem of the in-laws. It is the problem. It is the cause of the man and the woman in that relationship.
And that is why I am now saying that in the case of the daughter-in-law,
why will you date your spouse for a year and you don't know his people? Why?
Well, I can't answer that, but I know that is what is happening.
Anyway, let's not digress.
Yes.
The issue on ground is that the influence of in-laws on relationship, on marriages, especially the African setting, there are ways to work it out.
Yes. And it is the spouse of the person that is having problem, either man or woman, that should stand and make sure that it ends. And in this case, I'm saying that if it is the wife that is having problem with the parents,
or you're saying if it is the wife, you are even talking authoritatively as
yes, if it is the wife that is having problem with, if you as my wife, you are the one having problem with my parents or my siblings, I should be the one to stand to say, no, this has to stop.
It's easier for the woman in the relationship to listen, to be obedient. It's easier.
Okay.
But when the husband does not know what to do, it makes it difficult to come out of that situation.
And that is why I'm saying that it is the man that should stand up and do what has to be done. What you are saying is true. There are a lot of men out there, they are mama's boy, they listen to their people, they listen to their families, they listen to their siblings and everything, and that affects his relationship with his wife, and that affects his marriage as a whole, and it puts him in an unnecessary, avoidable, unpleasant situation. Because trust me, when you marry into the family, there is no way you will not have to put your foot down on certain situations, because either way, maybe the wife or your own people, they will want to cross the line. When you get married, lines are drawn, and you must be careful not to cross the line. If you are my younger sister and we grow up together, you can do anything to me, you can treat me anyhow, we are siblings. But immediately I get married, there are certain things you won't do again, and there are certain things you won't do to my wife. Do you understand? There is no way you can treat my wife the way you treat me. Number one, I'm a man now, and I'm married, okay? And this is my wife. If you truly love me, there is a way you will treat me. And if you truly love me, then it is important that you love who I love. There is no way you can love me and not love who I love.
Okay, what about the situation of telling your wife to love your parents because you love them? So listen to my parents because I love them.
And that's why I said he's in the middle. He has to balance it. I will tell you, you are my sister. You need to love my wife the way you love me. You need to treat my wife the way you treat me. If you disrespect my wife, you are disrespecting me. There's no way you can disrespect my wife and profess love to me. That love is hypocritical. It's not acceptable. And I'll also tell my wife, look, this is my sibling, this is my brother, this is my sister. You need to respect her because she loves me, I love her. And if you love me, then you need to love my sister. There is no way you can say you love me and you do not love who I love. If you don't do that, if you love me but you hate my sibling, then that your love for me is hypocritical.
Well,
do you understand? So that is why I believe that it is not you as the wife that will fight your own battle. If you try to fight it, you are going to lose, most especially physically. It is the husband that will stand and put your foot down that this is what I want. This is not a matter of you are taking your wife over your family or you are taking your family over your wife. No, they both have to understand that, okay, this is what you do, and there are certain lines you cannot cross.
Busy. In any ways, I think it is high time that mother-in-laws, father-in-laws allow their children who are married to live their life. Whether it is accommodating in-laws, whether it is monitoring, domineering, traditional superstitions, or whatever.
And I'm telling you that it is the spouse of the person expressing that problem that will establish that. I agree with you, but the question now is, who is going to establish that? Because if there is nobody to establish that, it's going to continue.
And whereby the man is not matured to establish it, and the woman wants to establish it, they tag the woman as being rude.
That is why I said she will never win that war. She can't. She can't win it. So she's married to someone, to a man who is not man enough to handle situation. And that is why marriage is responsibility. And so a man that is responsible, that is serious, that has purpose, he will know that this is what I need to do. Then if you are not ready to do that, maybe you shouldn't be married. That's why we don't have married boys. We have married men. And there is a big difference between...
We have married boys.
And we have married boys, okay. There is a big difference between a boy and a man. Before you get married, you must be a man. That's why we have married man.
Let's draw the line.
Oh yeah, please draw the line. But
over to you, viewers. What's your view? Let's read your comments, share this program, like it, and subscribe to it.
Yes, and please, you can tell us your own experience. What kind of in-law do you have? Do you have the domineering one? Do you have the monitoring one? That's all the one she did. So
or the accommodating
one, or the traditional one, the superstitious one, or the controlling one. Which one do you have? What has been your experience so far? I think we will need to hear from you. So, but before we close, let me ask you, what advice, what do you have for young women out there that is about to get married or that is looking for a man to get married to?
I will only advise upcoming ones that
Okay.
the moment you are in courtship and you feel that this is going to lead to marriage, start drawing lines. Yes, be open, be yourself. Don't pretend to be okay with anything. Once you notice those angst that will not favor you in the next day can be next year, it can be next month, it can be 2 years time, begin to cut it off. How? Talk it over with your guy and then draw the line. Be yourself, be plain, be understanding, but know when to draw the line and know when to start cutting off. At the point you realize that these in-laws, whether it is the mother or father-in-law or the siblings, you need to start cutting it off. That's my advice.
But to the guys, I would say that discover yourself first. You want to get married. Marriage is not by age. It's not by having a good job or a very good apartment or because you've made it early enough, you have your house, you have your car, you have everything, therefore you are married. It is not by pressure. Oh, your parents or your people are pressurizing you into getting married. No, you have to discover yourself. You have to know that you are ready, because there are a lot of things you are going to take up. There are a lot of responsibilities you are going to take up when you get married, and part of it is the ability to protect your wife against every external force, and the ability to also love your family even as you have loved them before, even when you get married. So if you want, when you want to get married, please make sure that you are ready for it. And when you eventually find a woman, let your wife or your woman know your relationship with your family and let her key into it. And let your parents or your people, let them also know your relationship with your wife and let them key into it. You are in the middle and you are to make sure that they love each other. Sometimes you need to put your foot down. Sometimes you may need to step on toes. Sometimes you may need to assert yourself. But one way or the other, you have to make sure that you draw the line and you make sure that everything is balanced. That's what I have to tell the young guys out there.
You don't worry.
You did not do well. All right. Well, I think we can draw the curtain now, and we want to appreciate you. Thank you so much. So please, once again, we want you to subscribe to this channel. We want you to share this and want to hear your experience. And there is something also about women that praise that their mother-in-law should not be there by the time they get married. I want to appeal to you, please, don't pray that kind of a prayer, because if you pray that prayer and God answer you and your mother-in-law goes away before you get married to her son, then the day you will give birth to a son, then the woman your son is going to get married to will pray that kind of prayer and God will also answer her. And you know what I mean. But really,
it will come your way again. This is living and loving.
Exactly.
A place where we love to live
and we live to love. So thank you very much. Bye bye.